Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. Just want to give you a bit of information. A few people had some issues lately in relation to putting in compensation codes and Pilot Learn. Now, I'm going to give you all the background information on it, how it works, how to do it, how not to do it, and plus the things we've been told about lately, right? So, when you change injectors on a 1KD FTV that was built around about after September 09, that's the approximate date. If you buy injectors off me, you can ask me at the time, do I need to do a Pilot Learn? I'll be able to tell you that at the time of purchase, okay? Now, so if it's built after that, Prado, Hilux, 1KD, whatever, right, you need to do a Pilot Learn. This is why. As soon as you go utility, injector compensation, bada boom, and follow that process through, right, to put your compensation codes in, bada boom, right, that's what you do, you put it in there, right. As soon as you do that, then the computer knows that, you know, you've put injectors or an engine or whatever, right? So as soon as you put those compensation codes in, it wants a Pilot Learn. And then what you're going to have is, you're going to have these lights flashing. See on the dash here, you got the engine light and the 4 low light flashing, right? Standard stuff. Let's go to DTC and have a look and see what it is. Right, P1601. Don't worry about the 1604. That's startability. That's because, you know, you did the injectors and it took a while to crank to get started. That'll just clear, right? Let's do it, right? Let's go. Clear. Yep. Clear. Right. What's going on here? Oh, that one won't clear. Right. Well, there you go. You can read it. That's what you're going to get. P1601. Right. It needs a Pilot Learn. That's what's going to get rid of that. And those nasty lights on the dash. It ain't going to... Look, the Pilot Learn might work before you put the codes in. I'm going to go through a bit of information, okay? You know, we've done plenty of these. We supply injectors to guys in the trade that have done plenty of these, DIYs that have done plenty of these, and usually people don't have issues. Now, there's a handful, not even one handful, you know what a handful is? 5, right? Of people that have had issues here, right? There was one, look, I've never experienced this. I've never had a problem at all whatsoever, okay? But some people have, and that's the information we're providing. Now, about a week ago we had a guy, look, it all seemed a bit odd. Someone purchased a set of injectors off me and reckoned he had a guy that could do the job, no worries. Look, a lot of people can do the job, no worries, but there was a lot of worries, mate. Don't worry, I can tell the owner would have been worried. The guy working on the car was worried. I wasn't too worried because I knew if I'd done the job there wouldn't have been a worry, okay? So it was most likely something he's done, and usually it is, but not always. Now the story goes, obviously if you've got a problem, what do? You go here, right, diagnostics, you look at stuff. What should it be? What is it? You go through all your readings, you go bada boom, what's all this? What's this meant to be? If you don't know, then you're not a vehicle technician, right? That's the first thing you do. When something's not right, you need to be able to identify that and correct that, okay? If you've left a plug off somewhere and you're getting a wrong or no reading, it's not running right, maybe you've left a plug off, you know, maybe that's why you've got to look at the codes, look at the DTCs, work out what they are and what you've left off. So a week ago, apparently there was a faulty coolant temperature sender unit. Never seen or heard of one of those before, but I suppose it's the first time for everything. And it was only going up to 69. The information I'd like to give you is, when you do a Pilot Learn, oh, sorry, I pressed the wrong button. When you do a Pilot Learn, here we are, Pilot Detail. This is how you do it, right? This is the deal. Next, engine is idle, make sure it's idling, da-da-da. Next, okay. I'm going to give you a bit of information. Atmospheric pressure 99 kPa. No worries. Next. Right, it's told you what the specs are there, right? They need to meet certain parameters. It doesn't tell you what they are, does it? But I'm telling you, as soon as that coolant temperature changes to 70, that's when the screen changes and tells you to do the rev it up 3000 revs thing. If you don't know what I mean, watch my pilot learn videos. It's either in the VIP group or on YouTube or both or whatever. If you want to watch videos that aren't on YouTube, that are in the VIP group, get in the VIP group. You can either pay a membership or you can buy the injector kit, timing belt kit, Prado front wheel bearing kit. You'll get in there. If you buy injectors, you're in for life, right? That's how you get in there. If you pay a deposit or a membership, you can take, if you decide to buy injectors later, you can take that membership fee off the price. I don't want your money to join the group really, but it is a loyalty group, so I can't let you in there unless you've purchased parts or injectors. You can't stay forever unless you've purchased injectors, okay? That's the deal. The pilot learn video's in there, tells you how to do it, right? So it says, please wait with engine idling. If you touch the accelerator at any time or upset anything, turn anything on, you may stop the process. It'll just sit like this forever. Everything's got to be right. It's got to be happy, right? Now, I've been told that sometimes they're just a bit temperamental and you've got to try it a few times. I've never experienced that, okay? If you touch the accelerator, start again. You can count that as having to do it again, but you wouldn't have had to do it again if you didn't touch the accelerator. You know what I mean? So, I find it hard to believe that it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, there's probably a reason why, okay? So, the reasons we've come across so far, maybe a faulty coolant temperature sensor. It was only going up to 69. That's a fair way out. Maybe it wasn't plugged in. Maybe there's a wire damage. I'm not sure. Another guy a week or two before that tried it a few times. Eventually it happened. Was it just coincidence or did the accelerator get touched? I'm not sure, right? I'm not having a go at anyone. I'm just saying I don't see any of these issues, and nor do most people. Okay. I spoke to someone, well, more than one person, but I'll give you one example. One guy at a Toyota dealer says, oh yeah, that happens all the time. We just leave it. Okay, well, there's an option. We could probably clear the code, and do other things, not put the compensation codes in, but look, it just doesn't work with me. Once again, we've just got to do it. It's got to be done. It works every time. I'm quite confident for myself it works every time. So maybe there's a problem with your software, your scan tool. Try a different scan tool, try again. I'm not sure how. See, this one a week ago, they were even having trouble getting the compensation codes to go in. So the only time they don't go in is when you've got the wrong injectors or you're putting the wrong numbers in. Having a faulty coolant temperature sensor isn't going to stop the compensation codes going in. Doesn't make sense. That's what I mean. It's all a bit fishy. So when you contact me to buy the injector kit and you go, oh, I've got this guy, look, you can do that if you want, but you may regret it later and may wish that there's been a number of people that had this guy that then afterwards, that's why I'm telling you this now. It doesn't make a difference to me, but if you want to be stress-free, you might want to use the people we recommend, okay? If you're doing it yourself, then just keep watching the video because I'm giving you the information. See, it's coming up to 66. That's a bit slow and I want to rev it up to get it warmed up quicker, but it ain't going to work, right? I'm just going to keep talking and giving you information until it hits 70. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, eh? What if we turn the aircon on? That might speed things up a bit. Aircon, hang on. Auto's the button we want. Auto, let's get the temperature going down, make the compressor work a bit more, turn the fan up to cool down the evaporator. Let's see what happens, right? 67 already, the revs are up a little bit. Geez, I don't know if turning the aircon wrecks the pilot learn. We're about to find out that. This is what I'm talking about. You don't know till you find out. Maybe that, you can't turn the aircon on, right? Aircon on, engine, revving up to the next thing. It's still idling. Right, you can see here it dropped off there where the compressor came out. It's hit 68. If this hits 70, then you know having the aircon on for this procedure is okay. And that means it is okay. Not we got lucky, because if it's okay with one, it's okay for all of them. Okay, so hopefully we'll hit 70 soon. I'm not touching the accelerator. I know that upsets it. Okay, I've done that. We've done that test. Might not have been on a video. Okay, now, as So I can think of 3 or 4 people that have had problems with the Pilot Learn. One, text stream didn't work for some reason, and he went to someone, paid him a small amount of cash to get them to put the conversation codes, which apparently were accepted, they were there anyway, and then did the Pilot Learn. One guy reckons it was a faulty coolant temperature sensor. Just doesn't make sense really. It's one of those things you've got to be there to understand it maybe. I just don't know how a faulty coolant temperature sensor is going to stop the vehicle taking the conversation code. So there's probably more to it. Sometimes you just got to take a break and sit down and think about things, you know. Hear that squeak, guys? That's the exhaust squeak, you know, the joint under the driver's seat. Look at that, guys. It hit 70 and it went to the next screen. See, it tells you what to do. So now you know you can have the aircon on. What you need to do now is make engine speed through. So basically, I'm going to give you my interpretation. What you got to do is give it a firm, sharp rev. You want to rev it up to 3 grand, so aggressively kind of on the pedal, because you don't want to bring the revs up slow. You want to load it up. You want to go, give it a rev until it hits 3. Now your needle might go to 3 when the revs actually haven't quite gone to 3, so sometimes you're going to need to go just a bit over 3. But this next screen is going to show us that anyway. I'm not going to show you the whole procedure. I want to keep this video short. Hear that squeak? That's the exhaust gasket. I said that already, didn't I? You've got to release the pedal within 2 seconds. That's why it's getting you to do it firm and sharply. It's a sharp rev. I might do a couple for you, and then we'll you know, just stop because it's in other videos, right? So we're going to press. So when it becomes idling, do the procedure again, right? So you just got to keep doing the same thing, right? So we'll press OK. So now what we're going to do is we go, right? It's a rev. It's a rev-it situation. And it's going to make adjustments. And it's going to make all sorts of different noises, particularly towards the end. And it could happen within a few minutes, maybe only 40 of these. Depends how good you are or how bad you are, mate. I'm looking at the tacho. See how it's kind of not making 3,000 on this screen? So if I go to 3,000 on the tacho, 3.5 more likely gets us a genuine 3. Anyway, we're going to keep doing that. It reckons 80 times. It could be 40. It can be 140, depends how good you are. I'm not that good at it. While I'm talking to you, making a video. It's the can't multitask thing, right? But we get it done. Alright, so on that note, hope that helps with the Pilot Learn. Who needs to do it, who doesn't? The earlier ones, the 120 Prados, don't need to do it. All the early Hiluxes, as soon as you put in the compensation codes, it's going to bring up those engine lights. While we're doing this procedure, engine light and the 4-low light flashing fast, right? Anything else? Yeah, there's a glow plug indicator over here at this side. You may not see it. So you can see it there, flashing slow. They're the lights you're going to get while you're doing this procedure. And people tell me, oh, you just keep doing this and it just does it forever. Well, if you count to 80, that's not going to work. Like I said, sometimes it takes longer. You just got to keep going. If you feel like you've been doing it for 10 minutes and you've done it 300 times, maybe you mucked up to the procedure and you need to do it again. Maybe I will just keep this video rolling. Those people that didn't want to watch it, they can stop watching. The ones that want to learn and get some experience, well, they're the ones watching, so let's just keep doing it, with the aircon on. I haven't done it with the aircon on before. That's what this is all about. It's a bit of a my procedure thing. Aircon on might have stuffed it up. I don't know, but we're going to find out. There's one way to find out. Let's say maybe it's a bit fiddly, you know? It's a bit funny, the old pilot learn, you know, if you don't get it right. Maybe it needs a bit more like that. I think maybe I was going a bit low. So I'm looking at the tacho, it's going a touch over 3. It's a bit easier to read than this one here. Since this moves so fast. But sometimes the tacho goes up past what the engine revs actually are, that's the problem. And I just don't know if the aircon's going to affect it, but we're going to give the video till about 20 minutes, and if it doesn't work, we're going to start again with the aircon off. Anyone that's been counting for their own curiosity, that's very good. Can you put a comment below? If it works in this video, can you put a comment below how many times we had to go? And then if you want, you can even put another comment how many I stuffed up. You only took 20 out, you only took 60% over 3,000 reams anyway, so it says to make it 3,000. I don't know if it has to hit 3,000 above or below. What I can tell you is it seems to want, like when you're doing some sort of tuning on something, you need to give it up. You see what's going on? That's what it wants. It wants you to give it the berries. And maybe it wants a variation of above and below 3, I'm not sure. I feel like we should be getting close though. Sometimes it takes longer than others. I'm not hearing the noises that I want to hear, so I don't think it's working. But it doesn't tell you, so that's the thing, it doesn't tell you. Oh no, I'm hearing some noises there. We said we'd go to 20 minutes, let's go to 20 minutes. Maybe it's not counting as coming back to idle. So let's turn the aircon off and continue to 20 minutes. And then we'll see if the combination, cumulative effect, maybe it counted some of them but not enough. Hear those noises? That's what I want you to hear. I feel like we're getting there now. So you just need to be persistent. Best bet is to have the aircon off, I think. Does this feel like it has taken a long time? Even if it doesn't end up working, we're just about out of time. on, you're kidding me, 20 minutes. Maybe it didn't work while the aircon was on, like I said. So I'm going to go further than what I said, because I'm getting those lovely, like there's a man in the engine with a hammer and a shifter. I reckon we're there. Pretty close. So would someone have given up yet and said it's not working? If you're hearing those noises, it's working. I reckon that's just about it. So close. Yeah, bada bing, see? Who knows these suckers? Complete. Turn the ignition switch off and wait 10 seconds. Yes, ma'am. Oh, stay there. Stay there, VX. Exit. We had to wait 10 seconds, didn't we? 10 seconds before we turn it on. That's about 10, isn't it? Alright, we'll just start the car again. But you're still going to have your engine light and your 4 low light flashing, right? Not the glow plug light one though, right? So then we're going to go DTC. This is the quick way to clear codes. Same code, see, still there. Then clear, yes, clear. Guess what's going to happen? Bye bye and bye bye engine light. Bada boom. It's what happens every time, right? So that took a long time. Good video, right? Because it can show you what can happen, right? Aircon was on maybe, you know, these sorts of things, right? Now let's have a look at all the feedback values. Not that we really care, brand new injectors, doesn't really matter what they are. Bada boom, bada bing, and it's quiet. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you found that informative and that helps you out with your pilot learn situation. Probably similar on other Denso systems as well. Catch ya.